do this before I gotta get back into surgery. It's laundry day.
Laundry day!
I've got everything stuffed into this pocket because my track pants don't have pockets.
You know how you managed to obtain a scrub shirt.
Oh, they let me keep everything when I go into the hospital. I got tons of scrub pajamas at home.
And by let you mean don't stop you.
You can't stop me. I'm a doctor. Prove to me I'm wrong. Wait, don't.
You can't, scrubs, bitches!
Whatever, I didn't cry at this stupid movie with the dumb monkey and Beetle Man.
We went and saw Kubo, the 2 strings. And I was super excited to see it. And so even though we kind of filled our movie quota for Thursday, I asked Brad if he still wanted to go with me. He said yes.
Yeah, this one I still really, really wanted to see. When there's 3 things that open on Thursday, I don't know why Ben-Hur took precedence over. I think it was, it was because I wanted to see them both, like this and War Dogs, but the way the times worked the other day, I wouldn't have been able to see both of them.
Gotcha.
So... will you go see Ben-Hur?
Yes.
And then immediately writing to you again, like, oh, by the way, I mean the new one. It's not like a Fathom event with the original. But I'm glad we went to go see this because it was really good.
I was excited for it because I love Paranorman.
Yeah.
And I loved Box Trolls.
Yeah.
So I figured I was going to like this, and boy, I sure did.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, like, I didn't love it as much as Paranorman, but it was definitely on the same... echelon? Is that the word I'm looking for? Like, it's the same level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in terms of my love for the movie, yeah, I was probably more into Paranorman and Box Trolls, but this is still a great movie and easily one of the better kids' movies I've seen this year.
Oh, God, yeah, and it's gorgeous, too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful film, and there was only, like, 2 other people in that theater.
Mm-hmm.
I think the movie... over the weekend may have debuted at like number 4 or something like that.
Is that good?
I don't know how the movie's going to do overseas, but I think it had like a $60 million budget and it took in like 13 on its opening weekend. And that's a major bummer when something like this debuts on that scale. Meanwhile, something like Secret Life of Pets, which is not a bad film... It's a wildly mediocre movie that, yeah, is entertaining, but it's, dear God, is it unoriginal as fuck. Meanwhile, that makes, like, hundreds of millions of dollars on its opening weekend. And this, it's just like us and 2 other people in there. And
I feel like that happened with Paranorman as well.
I can't remember, honestly. I can't remember. But I don't know how these movies do internationally, though.
Maybe they... because they keep making them, so surely they must do pretty good.
Coraline, too, was really good.
Was Coraline like us?
I believe so. I'll get actually'd if that's not true.
Actually.
Sorry, that's fresh in my head, because I got Lewis's cameo today as an actually character.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He interrupts me when I'm reviewing a Donald Trump porn. There's a few other cameos. I don't want to spoil all the Donald Trump porn.
Oh, I'm excited for it now. You were telling me about it a little bit. No.
The Trump porn?
Yes.
Oh, I know what his dick looks like now. No, sorry, nothing about Donald Trump. Actually, I do know.
No, we know exactly what his dick looks like.
I do know what his dick looks like now because of that naked statue in New York. I've seen his penis, and now I know why he's so angry.
Yes.
See, that's how good this movie
They
is.
just, like, sneaked into his bedroom, like, took a couple pictures for reference. That's illegal, you guys. Do it anyway.
Oh, yeah, dude, we're being sarcastic.
Yeah. Can't you tell sarcasm?
That's how good this movie is. That we've gone off on a tangent on Donald Trump's micropenis, seemingly relatively organically.
So anyway,
magic.
2 strings. Yeah, it's like if you watch the preview, you know the plot. It's like the little boy, with kind of a tragic past, and he goes off on a grand adventure.
He misses his train.
He misses his train. Like, he makes a monkey friend. Like, revelations are had, and beautiful attacks happen, and I don't want to spoil any of it. Although it's a kids movie, so it's fairly well telegraphed. The couple twists that are in it,
Yeah.
but it's organically revealed. So that's nice. It's not just like a waiting. There it is. Everyone else is figuring it out.
There it is. In fact, whenever the one reveal came in with the beetle, I'd predicted it earlier on, but I was so interested in the story that I'd kind of forgotten about that by the time the reveal happened.
It's interesting when Kubo finds out.
Yeah.
Because you see like the expression go across his face.
And I sort of wondered too, like, before he was a beetle man, did he have like a radically different personality or something maybe? Because he's got a really unique personality. He's Matthew McConaughey as a beetle man.
He absolutely is Matthew McConaughey.
So I feel
he's
like...
even trying not to be Matthew McConaughey.
And he's my favorite part of this movie, but he's such a unique character that I feel like if he was like this before he lost his memory and turned into a beetle man, they probably should have picked up on that early on.
You guys knew there was going to be spoilers.
Oh yeah, sorry. Spoiler alert. It's a movie that, yeah, a couple of those reveals you see coming, certainly. But it is an unpredictable film because there's so much magic going on in the movie that I'm not 100% sure how this universe works.
Well, he's got moon powers. And so moon powers, and most of it was just moon powers.
Moon powers and...
Like,
really, you make the paper dance and make the paper chicken that shoots out some eggs and...
Moon powers.
The Beetle Man and play his guitar like it's a nuclear weapon.
Moon powers.
So, it is entertaining stuff, but it's kind of cool watching it in a way like one of those batshit movies like Monkey with 72 Magic or War of the Wizards. One of those movies like that, oh, sorry, they're like, what do I even compare those to?
They'll know what you're talking about.
They're like these Japanese movies, like the Monkey King type movie. There was a movie
Journey
called...
to the West.
Yeah, like, it one of those, like... sort of like Sergeant Kabuki Man's wet dream of a movie where like pretty much any fucking thing can happen in these films. Like I could probably do some drugs and go see this fucking movie in the same way that I could something like Monkey with 72 Magic, because after it goes on for a while, you just sort of accept that about anything can happen in this universe.
When I was growing up, my mom got us a VHS of a movie called Mr. Vampire. So I think I vaguely know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Which I was actually looking that up today, and there's like one DVD copy of it on Amazon, and they're selling it for like $60. It's like, man, like, I love Mr. Vampire, but I don't $60 on Mr. Vampire.
I know what someone's getting for Hanukkah.
Like, if someone else loves getting me Mr. Vampire $60 worth, then that's one thing, but I really don't think that movie is worth $60.
Dave gets it for you. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Now you get to watch it with me. Yeah.
That's your anniversary present. You get to watch it with me.
Yeah. It's got hopping vampires in it. You said Japanese. I'm pretty sure Mr. Vampire is Chinese, but it's still... I feel like it's that same category of stuff is magical to the extent that the plot needs it to be.
So it's either Chinese or Japanese, so you're being racist right now.
I don't know, because I'm fairly certain it's Chinese. But it's like the version that I watched is translated to English, and so all the characters' names are like super racist anyway.
Actually,
put
it's
in a bunch
Korean.
of jokes that wouldn't make any sense in that particular culture, but it's still... I grew up on that movie. It was a different time then.
So, you gotta watch something like War of the Wizards, where it's something like this, and then suddenly Richard Kiel shows up.
To do what exactly?
To be Richard Kiel. Like, he's pretty much playing Jaws in it, except he's a samurai, I guess. Like, it's been a while since I've seen that one.
Like, McConaughey was a samurai in this movie, and we were fine with it.
Oh, yeah, totally.
He's the most southern fucking samurai I've ever heard in my life.
He's amazing in this film.
He is super awesome.
He's a beetle man. He
He's a
gets
beetle man.
stuck on his back sometimes.
He's got no memories, and he's got this plan where he's got to dive in and get the armor, and then they're like, oh no, he's in trouble, we got to go in and rescue him. He only comes back up like 5 minutes later with a fish on a stick, because he completely forgot what he was down there for. He's like, I got it, you guys! Where is everybody?
You don't want to go down there. I hear there are evil eyes that will stare at you and haunt your nightmares.
Well, then I shan't look into any of them, even if I'm being very sincere.
He's hilarious.
He's adorable and hilarious. And Monkey's adorable and hilarious as well.
Mm-hmm. That was
in like
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, very dry way.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kubo is just adorable. And it's like scary at parts, and I cried like twice.
It's like, I mean, especially like Paranorman, when it's a movie that, it's one of the reasons why I like these movies so much, is they definitely don't treat their audience like idiots. They don't condescend to children. When something dark or sinister or evil is happening,
it's happening.
Played that way. Like, there are these two J-horror sisters in this film.
That bitch is crazy.
Yeah, that are fucking haunting. And it's Rooney Mara playing both of them. Some of the names in this, I didn't know who they were until the ending credits.
Which you like in a cartoon. You don't want to be
totally.
like, that's definitely Matthew McConaughey. But,
well, yeah, that I knew.
But like Howl's Moving Castle, I don't like watching the English dubbed version because Billy Crystal is one of the main characters, and he's Billy fucking Crystal. He's just Billy Crystal as a fire sprite.
Did you ever see Roberto Benigni's Pinocchio?
No.
Oh, wow. You would love it. That movie's, first of all, it's fucking horrible. But it's Roberto Benigni, a fucking 50-year-old man playing Pinocchio, and that's about as horrifying as it sounds. There's an English dub of it that's even worse. Like, if you're gonna watch either one, watch the English dubbed one, because that just makes it even greater as a bad film. It's Breckin Meyer voicing Roberto Benigni, and like fucking Regis Philbin is one of them. So it's an Italian movie, and suddenly there's Regis. I'm pretty sure James Belushi's in there somewhere. I think the Blue Fairy, I think, might be Queen Latifah. I think she might be in there somewhere. I can't remember if she's the Blue Fairy, but like, fuck, it's fucking horrible. And that was his follow-up to Life is Beautiful. He won an Oscar for Life is Beautiful, so they're like, you know what?
Like he crawled over the seats.
Yeah. You won an Oscar for Life is Beautiful, so we're just gonna cut you a check to make whatever you want. I want to be Pinocchio. All right, man.
Didn't go so hot, did it?
Oh, it's fucking brilliant. That's what I think of when I think of, like, unfortunate voice cast. But that was a bad movie anyway.
I think of Howl's Moving Castle because it's got Billy Crystal and then Christian Bale is the voice of Howl, and he is not a good voice actor.
I saw that movie.
Like, he seems like sleepy and out of it, and just super obviously Christian Bale. But the plus the subtitled version is one of my favorite animated movies, and so I think I'm also probably pretty biased, because I'm like, that's not what his voice sounds like. That's Christian Bale, god damn it.
I've seen that movie, and I've seen the English dub one. I saw it. I don't remember. Oh wait, Billy Crystal was that fire guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, even in that was my favorite character in that movie.
Castlefire's fantastic. That's not what his voice sounds like.
It does to me. No, like, that was when Jillian and I first started dating. That was something that she put on. And, you know, it was early enough into that where it'd be like, I don't feel like watching that. So it's like, yeah, okay, we'll just put this on. We'll just watch this. So I was watching it, and I didn't understand a lot of it. I might have been really tired, but every time Calcifer came on, I was very interested.
He was adorable. He ate eggs.
Yeah.
He was cracking wise in a very Billy Crystal way. Something else this movie did that I will liken to Paranorman is that it definitely wasn't afraid to give real human emotions to even the most evil main characters. Because like, one of the things I like about Paranorman is like the little witch girl. They're having this conversation, and he's calling her out on her shit, basically.
Yeah.
But it's both leaning into giving that character humanity while also not balking from the super evil thing she was doing as a result of the hurt that she was going through. And I feel like they sort of did the same thing with the grandfather character in this movie, where they were kind of trying to explain where he was coming from, but then also not balking the fact that he killed a shit ton of people.
Yeah. He is humanized, certainly, by the end of the film, and they do that really well. Like, they make threats really fucking legitimate in this film. Like, it is terrifying to watch. But then by the end, it turns that into like a very heartwarming moment between two characters. But this movie...
A heartwarming character. Also, where they trap a character in his own personal living hell.
Yeah.
Without him realizing that's what's happened.
Yeah. So this being the kind of odd movie it is, like... here's the old man... villain popping up at the end, and then he's a flying like eel monster. Like, all right,
that's moon powers.
I'm you know what, if I can, I'm with this. All right, right on. Like, I did not expect that to happen. Like, if I can buy, like, I've made this ship out of leaves, I can buy this. Yep. All of this just exists in this universe.
Yes, because of moon powers. And to some extent, star powers. I think the sisters are supposed to be stars, right? It never actually came out and said it, but I think that's what they were supposed to be.
They were nightmares as far as I was concerned.
They were pretty terrifying. They didn't try one bit to humanize those characters.
No.
They're just like, we miss you, so we must murder you.
Yeah, exactly. Like how they put George Takei in this movie just so he could say, "Oh my," at one point. Like, he does it in his contract.
Where it was like, oh, okay, well, there's George Takei.
Yeah. He doesn't have to say it in everything he's in. My God.
Well, possibly they felt a little bad about doing a movie about...
Japanese people, okay. And it's Matthew McConaughey.
And it's Matthew McConaughey, Charlize Theron, and a little boy named Tag, I think was his name. Which
Art something, I think.
Like Art Robertson. It's like, maybe we should throw in some actual Asian people.
Well, now you don't know what Art Robinson looks like.
I do, I googled him. He's a little curly-haired white boy. Who did a fantastic job, don't get me wrong, but Japanese he ain't.
Well, in terms of Rooney Mara playing like...
I don't know what she is.
Rooney Mara?
Yeah.
Well, I know she's not Native American like she's supposed to be in Pan, so
okay, and that
we're going to choose that kind of Rooney Mara movie.
Yarn doll Native American.
Exactly.
And besides, she wasn't necessarily Native American, she was a savage.
Oh, sorry. You've been watching too many of them John Wayne movies
fucking
lately.
Pan. Did you see that open letter that I posted on Twitter the other day?
Yeah, I saw that.
So delicious. Ate it with a spoon. Like, fucking Pan, you jerk.
Pan. You thought we needed fucking Pan? People lost their jobs over that shit. Fucking Warner Brothers. You really thought we fucking needed Pan.
So good.
Oh, Pan.
That's the movie that you forget that you hated until someone's like Pan and you're like, Pan.
Well, she also mentioned Jupiter Ascending in that
Jupiter
letter
Ascending
too.
Was a delight.
Now I'm glad that movie exists.
She's got bee powers.
Mm-hmm.
And the year that he freaking won an Oscar.
Oh, yeah. He gives my favorite performance of the year.
Screaming about creating and destroying life.
Oh, that's my go-to Eddie Redmayne performance.
I create life! And I destroy it.
That's a bad movie that's worth every fucking penny.
What do you have to say for yourself, mother?
I have to say, I'm so glad I'm here. No, take your kids, go out and see this.
Absolutely.
Go out and see this film. Totally. I hope it makes its money back. I hope more people go see it. This seems like the kind of film that, like,
it'll make its money back once it's like on video, I'm sure.
Yeah, this seems like the kind of movie that will totally find an audience.
Mm-hmm.
What trailers do we get for this?
Well, first we got Monster Truck again. I think you were out getting not ice cream, popping corn.
No, I came in right in the middle of that because I remember going like, oh, gee, I'm sad I missed the first half of this. all these trailers except for like one of them are gonna be movies where I'm texting like, Hey, Allison, you want to go see monster trucks on Thursday?
Let's get back.
Absolutely.
Monster trucks look so bad.
That looks like a
They're trying
January
to sell
movie.
toys. Like, I feel like that's the sort of movie they would have put out in like the mid '90s and sold a bunch of toys where it was like a truck that had a monster underneath it, and then we all would have forgotten about it in 6 months. I don't know why this movie's coming out in 2016.
Yeah, it does look like the kind of thing that is a movie based on a toy line that never existed.
Yeah, like what? Street Sharks.
Oh,
Do you remember
well.
Street Sharks?
Is that what Vin Diesel was trying to sell?
No, but it was similar. Street Sharks were like, there were sharks with like people legs.
Oh, yeah,
And they were
yeah.
like growling sort of bruiser fellas. And they
Yeah.
just basically were shark men that punched each other.
Yeah, I was around the time of like biker mice from Mars.
From Mars!
Because it's not enough they're biker mice. They gotta be from fucking Mars.
All the concepts. They're wearing like cool guy shades, and they
Yeah.
got belts made out of chains. We got the wildlife. I do not remember what that was.
That's a Robinson Crusoe thing
Oh,
with
that's
the
right.
animals farting and shit.
It's got like a hedgehog whose name is Epi, and like a tapir whose shtick is that she's got a big butt and cannot lie about it. Maybe they just wanted to make a Robinson Crusoe movie, but they couldn't because the actual Robin Crusoe is super, super racist. So they decided to give him a bunch of like animal sidekicks and have
Yeah.
pirates attack.
Yeah, that looks like. Do you like Robinson Crusoe? Well, too bad. Here's something that looks like Rio.
Here's where they look like redheaded Guybrush Threepwood becomes unfunny and tries to live on a deserted island.
Yeah, I like it. You can tell, like, when a movie trailer's like, look, we're not sure when we're releasing it, because the trailer goes, this year.
At some point, when we get around to it,
Yeah, that's in November sometime.
we got Trolls,
Oh.
which is either going to be good, surprisingly good, or unsurprisingly bad. Because, I mean, you know, it's got, the preview's got some funny parts. It's got Anna Kendrick, who I like, Justin Timberlake, who usually tends to be pretty good in comedy stuff. It's just, it looks super, super silly.
It looks like...
Because it's Trolls, you know. It's like a Connect 4 movie. It's like, you could probably do pretty well, but I'm not going to expect you to.
I mean, it looks like it's the kind of trailer where it's like Sing, where it's a trailer made up of doing really annoying things that I dislike in most kids' movies like this, like the sudden musical number and tossing a character in the air because it's 3D, and pause for laughter and then a character shits. I just saw that in Secret Life of Pets. In this, they're shitting cupcakes. It's like literally the same camera angle. Yeah, that, I mean, you know what, I'll say this. At least it's not going like the Smurfs, Mr. Popper's Penguins route, where it's like, we've crossed into the portal and have ended up in the real world, and now we're in front of Jason Segel's house. Like, because it easily could have been
It
that.
very much could have, but no, it's all like Troll Land.
Yeah.
It kind of, like, it reminds me of Romeo and Juliet, unfortunately, because it's very, like, song-heavy. It's very, the grumpy one falls in love with the sweet, peppy one, and then they have to save a thing.
That's something I see in a lot of shit now anyway, whether it's the Angry Birds movie or the Nut Job. There's a sequel to that coming out.
Was the grumpy one the dude?
Oh, yeah.
The grumpy one's always the dude. I want to see one where, like, it's a sweet dude that falls in love with just this heinous little bitch of a woman. There's a book, like, Going Postal, that kind of happens. But, like, rarely does it happen. And, you know, heinous bitches need love, too.
Wasn't there, like, I can think of a couple examples where, like, the nice guy falls for the girl who's maybe not, like, a heinous bitch, but, like Trainwreck or something. Or, don't you remember She-Devil with Roseanne?
She-Devil is not remotely like that thing I just said, but I appreciate the effort. It's good gusto. No, I'm talking like there's like a sweet, kind of unassuming, mild-mannered guy that falls, you know what, Saving Silverman, that kind of happened.
Oh, yeah.
Because with Amanda Peet at the end. And she doesn't, like, turn nice. She stays kind of a heinous bitch.
Yeah.
They beat the crap out of each other, and they go off and get married.
Wasn't there some movie with Charlize Theron where she was, like, going back to her town for her...
It's like her and Christina Applegate.
I think Patton Oswalt was in it.
Oh, that's... I didn't see that one.
The one where she's going back to her town for, like, their high school reunion.
Normal people or something.
Maybe.
Young adults.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like,
yeah.
Young adult or... Fuck, I didn't see
Maybe.
it.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
But from the trailers, yeah, it was like, this is a terrible person.
I like it when terrible people find love.
Well, there was Fatal Attraction.
That doesn't count.
What about The Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin Lawrence?
Oh, who could forget that cinema gem?
Not me. I was there in the theater when that came out. Martin Lawrence and Bobby Brown in the same movie? How about, yeah, 2, please.
Storks, which I'm getting super excited for because every time a new trailer comes out, it's even more hilarious than the last one.
That's the one that looks really, really good, so it won't be the one where I'm like, hey, Allison, you want to see?
Poor Alice, you should take her to some of the good ones, too.
Oh, Allison's like me. She's more excited about, like, 9 lives is this weekend?
I feel like every once in a while you like to see a nice movie.
Once in a while.
It's like a palate cleanser.
I can tell you this, Allison would be way more excited about me asking her about 9 lives than Kubo and the 2 Strings.
I was excited for Kubo and the 2 Strings. I get wax poetic about freaking Kubo and his 2 strings.
That trailer for Storks had that amazing scene where the wolves all form a submarine.
They form a submarine! And you're like, fucking what? And all the wolves kind of clamp together, and there's one on the side going like...
I lost my shit at that. That movie looks great.
It looks fantastic. And this wasn't even the preview that had Kelsey Grammer's like boss stork.
I'd never seen this trailer before.
Talking about his entirely made out of glass office.
Yeah.
Stork is Andy Samberg, isn't it?
I don't know.
It sounded like Andy Samberg, and I love Andy Samberg, so that's another point in its favor.
And I love Kelsey Grammer, so...
He's the boss.
Yeah, and I love Kelsey Grammer as boss.
On the flip side, we have Sing.
Sick of seeing that fucking trailer.
Hey, Allison.
Hey, Sing is this weekend. A musical note.
Picture of a monkey. Picture of a pig. Picture of a poop.
Maybe that'll be something, because it's the same company, I think, that did, like...
Did Minions, I think?
Yeah, and, like, Secret Life of Pets. Maybe it'll be one of those where the movie's fine, but I'm so goddamn sick of the fucking trailers and marketing. It does also have Matthew... It does also have Matthew McConaughey in it, but it does look like one of those things that is made up of a lot of annoying elements out of that kind of movie. So, I don't know, maybe it'll be fine.
I think it'll just be innocuous. We'll forget that we saw it. A Monster Calls?
Oh, the Groot movie.
The pretty one with the watercolors. Okay, so I'd never seen this preview before. It's like this kid is like drawing and he's got kind of a shit life, and so he summons like a big Liam Neeson looking ant monster and is like smashing stuff, and it's like kind of Pan's Labyrinthy, where you're not sure if it's like real or not, and it looks really, really pretty and probably kind of a bummer. So that looks like a Dave movie.
It looks like the Iron Giant if he was made of wood. It's exactly this movie.
The thing is, Iron Giant was like kind of like childlike, where this one's like, if you need to break something, then break something.
Well, ever you give Liam Neeson's voice to anything, he's gonna sound like he wants to break something.
You wanted a monster, well here I am.
And the monster, it does look like Groot. But with Liam Neeson's voice.
He's like a big tree guy with like glowing charcoal eyes, helping this kid just smash a building. I think probably his mom dies, because it didn't actually come out and say it in the preview, but he has to go live with, not Charlize Theron, Sigourney Weaver, and Sigourney Weaver's like, don't touch anything, and then him and the monster just smash everything.
She told you not to do that.
If it's bothering you, I'm not touching you.
Well, this video is getting posted up on Patreon, and then Friday, because I'm at a con Thursday, so I'll have to see. I wish there were like movies coming out this Thursday that I didn't want to see, but there are 2 movies coming out that I do want to see, so I'm gonna have to wait till I get back.
What's coming out?
The Mechanic 2.
Okay.
I really didn't even care that much for the first one.
I care about the Mechanic 2.
I do, only because it's Statham killing people again. So it's like, I didn't even care that much for the first one. But also, it looks like Tommy Lee Jones is the bad guy, but it looks like it's like Tommy Lee Jones having fun as the bad guy, which I haven't seen.
I like to see Tommy Lee Jones have fun.
I do too, but it's been so long. Like, this looks like the Tommy Lee Jones of like Under Siege and like stuff like that. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I want to see this. Oh, and also Don't Breathe, where they're stuck in the house with blind Stephen Lang, and it looks terrifying.
Okay, well, neither of those are me movies, so I'm done for the week.
Those are me and Brian movies.
They sure are.
Any final thoughts about
Go see Kubo. Go see Kubo in theaters. It's worth it, and we want to give them money for stuff like this.
Exactly. So
take your children. It'll teach them a lesson about death and
paper and
and
origami
death and paper and monkeys
and monkeys and leaf boats.
Yes. AE, how to make a leaf boat.
Exactly, with your guitar. It'll make sense when you see it.
It's also stay during the end credits because it's got a really pretty song
Oh yeah, totally.
that you won't recognize at first, and then you recognize it and you'll be like, what? And then you'll be like, all right.
Oh, so pretty. It's the best cover of Barbie Girl I've ever heard.
Just this all sitar band covering Barbie Girl.
Yes. See it.